So over the past 75 years, hundreds of people have attended a 122 meeting. And I think almost all of them have come into a 122 meeting with a singular purpose in mind. Now, based on some of the dining establishments that we have frequented over the years, I'm almost positive it wasn't food that they had on their mind. No, each one of us and those that came before us, and I can promise you, those that are going to come after us, came to a Toastmasters meeting because they want to become better speakers. Toastmasters really is a wonderful organization with a very admirable mission. There are people in this city, in this state, in this nation, throughout the world, that have really, truly benefited from the Toastmaster curriculum. But I'm pretty sure every person in this room got more than they anticipated and expected out of Toastmasters when they nervously sat there and filled out that application. Not only as we, as Toastmasters, learned how to deliver a speech, we've become better listeners in the process. We understand how to give, and perhaps more importantly, receive constructive criticism. We're not just better speakers. We have become better communicators in the process. We are better colleagues, better employees, better entrepreneurs, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, brothers, sisters. We are better mentors. We have become better leaders because of Toastmasters. But I ask you, as worthy as all those skills really are, is that enough for a club to meet every single Tuesday for 75 consecutive years? Let's be honest with one another here. Every single one of you in here can think of something else to do on a Tuesday night where your palms won't get sweaty, you won't have butterflies in your belly, and you will not cringe at the mere sound of somebody calling your own name. 75 years, people. Think about it for a minute. There are a lot of things that didn't meet that 75-year time frame criteria. A lot of really special things. I could shed a tear up here right now at this moment at the thought that I could no longer have a Jell-O pudding pop. E.F. Hutton and Company. Gone. Frankenberry and Count Chocula cereal. Try to find that at Albertsons. How many of you want to go out and buy an Oldsmobile tomorrow? Good luck. The real question is not how did this club outlive those particular products, but really how has it stood the test of time? And I will tell you tonight. Because it's because of two very important, and in my opinion, equal reasons. Number one, it was the foundation with which this club was built upon. And number two, how that foundation was maintained based off of friendships and laughter. And I'll elaborate. Every Christmas, the George McKim Award is handed out. And every Christmas, usually Dick Arms will stand up and give us a little history about what George McKim meant to this particular club. But it wasn't until recently, when I was sitting in my office combing through a very large box of Toastmaster artifacts that Betty shared with this club, when I got a real sense of exactly what it was that George meant to this club. Dear George, I'm leaving Los Angeles on the Santa Fe El Capitan Friday noon, September 16th, bound for St. Louis. I don't know just what time El Capitan reaches and stops at Albuquerque, but it will probably be sometime Saturday morning. Inasmuch as the train stays there for 10 or 15 minutes, it would give us an opportunity to shake hands and exchange some chit-chat about Toastmasters. If you are interested and can be at the Santa Fe Depot on September 17th, when the El Capitan arrives there, I will hop off the train and be awfully glad to see you. I will be on car 228. With best personal regards, I am sincerely E. Briggs Howarth. September 6th, 1949. George McKim worked tirelessly to develop this Toastmasters Club. And it was his commitment to this club over all those years in which he worked to help build that foundation and establish traditions. Mr. McKim built this club to last. I'll tell you the other thing that I noticed as I was going through that particular box. Dick Arms and the late and our beloved June Arms. I came across photos from the early 80s of Dick and June. Let me tell you one thing. Dick Arms has not aged a day. Trust me when I say he looked just as old and crotchety in the 80s as he does today. But perhaps more importantly, it reminded me of a time several years ago when I overheard Dick having a conversation with another member in the club. And he was reminiscing about the good old days of Toastmasters. He was talking about how members would get together outside the confines of the room that they were meeting in to enjoy one another's company. Talking about those occasional trips even to Colorado. It was shortly after hearing Dick talk about that he reintroduced Post-Toasties to our group. Shortly thereafter, the core of 122 began to expand again. Now there will always be, and there always has been, members that will come and go for a variety of different reasons. But I think they stay a little bit longer in 122. And there's always a group of individuals, they just stay. They don't go. They add to that core of 122. This is a special club. Dick and June fostered friendship and laughter to make it a special club. It's a special club because a young, democratic hippie like Peter and an old, staunch Republican like Dick Arms can agree to disagree. It's a special club because we can meet outside these walls to enjoy a drink together. It's a special club because we get together outside these walls to go for a run. It's special because members get together outside these walls to take a sledgehammer and break up a concrete sidewalk in somebody's house. Simply put, here at 122, we build friendships. And that is what keeps people coming back week after week. Ladies and gentlemen, Albuquerque Toastmasters Club 122 is not special just because it's old and has never missed a meeting for the past 75 years. But me standing up here telling you why it's special really doesn't do it any justice at all. But I can promise you one thing. If you stick around with this club long enough, you will begin to understand there is certainly more to it than hanging out in seedy, dimly lit restaurants that have really, really bad salad bars. Mr. Toastmaster.
I'm going to take your mic. That was really amazing.